Through our innovative Teen Mental Health Alliance internship program, interns partake in an intensive 3-day teen mental health first aid training. They develop youth-led community projects and engage in additional professional development and career exploration opportunities throughout the year. 20 of this year's 50 school year interns interned with the Teen Mental Health Alliance, with 5 of those students serving as in the leadership capacity as peer leaders. One of those peer leaders is today's student speaker, Alicia Ajapong. Alicia is going to share more about herself, her journey with WPY, and her experiences as a Teen Mental Health Peer Alliance peer leader. So please join me in welcoming Alicia to the stage.
Thank you, Regine. Hello, everyone. My name is Alicia Ajapong, and I'm a junior at Waltham High School. Thank you for being here today and for celebrating impactful community partnership with us. I'm here to tell you how me looking over my brother's shoulder has resulted in me working as a paid peer mental health first aid educator and standing up here to call our community to action. During my time with WPY, I've interned with Healthy Waltham, served as a WPY trailblazer, and worked with my peers to advocate for our community. And now I work as a teen mental health peer leader. I also work with children at Waltham Rec Department and love spending time with family, friends, sewing, and dancing. I used to be more on the shy end and kept to myself, but getting involved and having faith has made me become more open and willing to try new things. Getting involved and having faith has made me become more open, and now I have the confidence to get up here and give this speech today to advocate for more mental health care education and resources for youth in Waltham. Throughout my work with children and my experience as a teenager, I've started to understand how important it is to center mental health in youth work because of the number of young people that experience mental health challenges and don't know how to cope. I didn't grow up learning much about mental health, and neither did my family members. We grew up with the you'll get over it mindset. My involvement with WPY began as soon as I got into high school. I started high school entirely remote due to COVID-19, and it was hard to engage in different activities and clubs. While I was remote, I used to see my older brother attending Trailblazers meeting on his laptop. I started watching over his shoulder, and then he convinced me to join the club. Trailblazers was a WPY-led student club working to educate and advocate for youth substance use prevention and mental health awareness. Through Trailblazers, I got to participate in the National 84 movement with the students around Massachusetts. We wrote and were rewarded a mini grant, which provided funds for Trailblazers to get trained and certified in teen mental health first aid. The grant also allowed us to educate middle school students about the importance of mental health. That was last year. Now I get to see some of those former middle school students in the hallways, and having them recognize me and remember what I had taught them is such a good feeling, and goes to show the importance of educating students about mental health. The Trailblazers work was so impactful that it grew into Teen Mental Health Alliance, and students like me get paid to learn and teach about mental health. As a Teen Mental Health peer leader, I got to help facilitate this year's Teen Mental Health First Aid training and go through the interview and hiring process with my peers. By paying high school students to learn about mental health and having them spread the word in the community, we're attracting more racially and culturally diverse mental health care workers and making the field more accessible. It's important to have racially and culturally diverse mental health care workers because it stops cultural stigma and allows others to gain trust. Thanks to my mental health training with WPY, I now talk about mental health with friends at school. When they're stressed or need help, they'll talk to me. I even have friends who don't go to school in Waltham, and they see me as a resource as well. I've helped one of my friends by encouraging her to create her own circle of support and sharing mine as an example. A circle of support is created when you have a list of people you can go to when you're having trouble. It could be anyone from family to clubs to groups, sports teams, church groups, etc. It's important to have a list of people at your fingertips to go to when things get hard. This work is important because mental health isn't talked enough about in school. You'd think we'd talk about it more in health class or gym class, but I've learned way more in teen mental health first aid training because we took the time to go over mental health topics and address any questions in depth. Mental health impacts your overall health, even if you can't see it physically. We need to include more mental health education in the school's curriculum. A lot of people my age don't know where to look for answers or how to get help. A lot of students in the middle school and high school are going through mental health challenges right now, especially after learning remotely and not being able to socialize or get the help in person due to the pandemic. It's better to struggle with people who can help you rather than struggle alone. If all the students were trained in teen mental health first aid, our school would be a much happier place. Students would want to come to school and would have a better understanding of what they're going through as a young person. When we as students are unhappy, we're far more likely to stay on. We feel like nobody gets it and nobody wants to speak up about it. With more mental health education for young people, students would know how to cope in healthy ways, as well as educate others about mental health, and stop the stigma of mental health from spreading. I'm glad organizations like WPY exist to help us work towards this goal. Walden Partnership for Youth has impacted our community in so many ways. They provided me and my peers with resources, connections, and different opportunities. Their internships show you what you like and what you don't like, which is just as important. They're here for guidance and can help you with anything. The WPY office is a welcoming place, and I feel like I can always go there. Usually people don't see this type of room at school, but this is the best place to de-stress, build relationships, and try new things. These experiences have confirmed that I want to pursue a career in the medical field, and I've lately been especially interested in pediatric nursing. I like working with and helping kids and families. I think children really make the family. And ever since I was young, I've been watching kids in my family, including lots of younger cousins, nieces, and nephews. I also spend time teaching Sunday school and work with youth at my current job. I recently participated in Boston Children's Hospital Coach Program, which exposed me to different career paths in the medical field. We got to hear from speakers of various careers and their journey, and what it's like to work in the field. Interning for Teen Mental Health Alliance and experiencing other work-based opportunities has educated me about what children and teens go through. And I think using all the information and resources I've learned will better help me provide care to children and families that need it. Having a community partnership is important as we work together to improve youth mental health because we can't do it alone. We need all the support we can get. Working together gives us a better chance of making an impact. I know you're all here today because you're invested in young people like me and care about the mental well-being of our entire community. My experience with Walden Partnership for Youth have taught me that mental health affects our children, family, friends, and other people who make up the community. When we're going through a mental health challenge, it affects our daily activities such as school, work, and different groups or clubs. In order to support the community and grow stronger, we have to continue to work together and support the needs of youth in Waltham. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight. Your support of Waltham Partnership for Youth goes far beyond this evening. We're a stronger city because of our shared commitment to supporting youth, mental health, and creating a community of belonging and opportunity for young people like me here in Waltham. Thank you.
you, Alicia, for sharing your story and for this important call to action. I am so proud of you.